Good afternoon, children. Today we will discuss question answer of chapter Reaching the Age of Adolescence. In the previous class, I had discussed objective type question answer. Today I am going to discuss descriptive question answer. You will underline in the book and I will make you understand also. First question is, state the meaning of the term adolescence. Children, adolescence is derived from a Latin word adolescere, which means to grow into maturity. It is the phase between childhood and adulthood. Many physical and mental changes take place. Physical and mental development takes place during the age of adolescence. The age between 12 years to 18 years is the age of adolescence. Now you can underline in the book. It is given in page number 268, last paragraph, and 269, 1-2 sentences. Next question is, define puberty. State the various factors which influence it. Again, puberty is derived from a Latin word pubertas, which means the age of manhood. So, puberty age varies in girls and boys. In girls it is 10 years and in boys it is 12 or 13 years. It may vary from individual to individual. Next part of the question is the various factors which influence it. Puberty is influenced by the factor like hereditary factor and environmental factor. Environmental factors include diet and exercise. Okay. Now you can underline. It is given in page number 269. Page number 269, third paragraph. Page number 269, third paragraph. What is puberty? You can underline. Puberty is derived from a Latin word pubertas, which means age of manhood. The average onset of a puberty is at around 10 years of age for girls and 12 years for boys. And the factors that influence it is heredity and environmental factors such as diet and exercise. Page number 269, third paragraph. Next question is, why are endocrine glands known as ductless glands? Endocrine glands are known as ductless glands because they don't have their own ducts. They pour their secretion directly into the bloodstream. So it is given in page number, you can underline in the book also, page number 273, second paragraph. It is given in page number 273, second paragraph. Next question is, why do tadpoles growing in iodine deficient waters fail to grow into frog? Children, you should know that tadpole is the larval stage and the tadpole grows into an adult frog. Now, this transformation requires the function of thyroxine hormone, and the function of thyroxine hormone requires iodine in the water. So, if the water is deficient in iodine, then thyroxine will be not produced, and due to lack of thyroxine hormone, the tadpole will not grow into an adult frog. Okay. So, why do tadpoles growing in iodine deficient water fail to grow into frog? Because iodine is essential for the proper functioning of thyroid gland that produces thyroxine hormone, and due to lack of thyroxine, the tadpole will not grow into an adult frog. So, iodine is required for proper functioning of thyroid gland to produce thyroxine. Now you can underline, children. It is given in page number 274, third paragraph. Page number 274, third paragraph. Next question is, how does the pituitary gland control the maturation of the gonads? How does the pituitary gland control the maturation of the gonads? Pituitary gland stimulates testosterone, stimulates testes to produce testosterone, and it also stimulates ovary to produce estrogen and progesterone, and these hormones help in the maturation of gonads. So you can write, how does pituitary gland control the maturation of the gonads? Page number 271, third paragraph, fourth line. Pituitary secretes hormones. These influence the production of testosterone in boys and estrogen and progesterone in girls. These hormones are released into the bloodstream and start the rapid maturation of the gonads. Next question. Women have the age of 50 unable to give birth to children. Women above the age of 50 are unable to give birth to children. Explain the reason for the same. Children, you know, after the age of 50, above the age of 50, in women, the menstruation cycle stops. Okay? And the mature ovum is not released into the oviduct to be fertilized by the sperm. So there is no formation of zygote, embryo, fetus. Therefore, the woman is become unable to give birth to children after the age of 50 because there is menopause condition. Okay, the menstruation cycle stops. It is given in page number 271. Page number 271, last paragraph. Next question is E1. Enlist the changes which occur in male and females during puberty. During the age of puberty, the changes that take place in male and female is, first is increase in height, second is change in the size of heart and lungs, next is change in body shape, next is change in the voice, and last change is activity of sweat gland and sebaceous gland is increased. They become very active, and at the age of puberty, the girls and the boys start to produce more sweat and more sebum, because both the glands, sweat gland and sebaceous gland, become very active. So all these changes you have to write. It is given in page number 269 and 270. You can explain it in brief. What changes take place? Increase in height, like firstly the arms and the legs grow faster, due to which the body looks awkward. Then after some time the body seems to be normal. Okay children, so you have to explain it in brief. Next question is, Arun and his sister Arunima are both teenagers. Arunima observes a swelling on her neck, following which she visits a doctor. The doctor identifies it to be a deficiency disease and prescribes medicines accordingly, along with suggesting dietary modifications. A few months later, Arun observes a small protrusion on his throat and visits the doctor. However, the doctor assures him that it is a normal feature in boys of his age. Now question is, identify the disease Arunima was suffering from along with its cause. Okay children? So Arunima observes a swelling on her neck. Now this swelling is due to deficiency of iodine in the diet. Arunima is suffering from goiter disease due to deficiency of iodine in the diet. So, medicines will be given. Next is, why do you think that no medication was prescribed for Arun? For Arun, no medication was prescribed because in Arun, at the age of puberty, the larynx becomes larger and it protrudes out in the throat. So, Adam's apple appear in his throat and it is a normal feature at the age of puberty. Therefore, Arun was not given any medicine. Okay? No medication was prescribed for Arun. Arun was not suffering from any deficiency disease due to puberty. Since he was passing through puberty age, this larynx became larger and it protruded out. Due to protrusion of this larynx, the Adam's apple is appearing, and this formation of Adam's apple is a normal feature. So, no medicine was given to Arun. It is given about Arun. It is given in page number. It is not given in direct way, but you can note down that in Arun the larynx grows larger, page number 270. Just above, do you know? In Arun, the larynx grows larger during puberty. It protrudes out in front of the throat. This is called Adam's apple. Okay? So in Arun, it was a normal feature. Next question. Discuss how the sex of the unborn child gets determined in human beings. Children, you know, in the human being, there are 46 chromosomes. 44 chromosomes are called autosomes, which are present in the body cells. And in the gametes, means in the sperm and the ovum, there are half number of chromosomes. Okay? You know, children, out of 44 chromosomes are autosomes, and last pair of chromosome is called sex chromosome because these chromosomes determine the sex of a child. In the male, the ovum has 22 plus X chromosome, and in the male or in the boys, the sperm has 22 plus X or 22 plus Y chromosome. Half of the sperms have 22 plus X chromosome and half of the sperms have 22 plus Y chromosome. Now, during fertilization, if the ovum is fertilized by the sperm having 22 plus X chromosome, then a girl child is born. And if during the fertilization, the ovum having 22 plus X chromosome is fertilized by the sperm having 22 plus Y chromosome, then a male child is born. So, it is determined by the sex chromosome of the father. Okay? Now, it is given in page number. Sex chromosome determines the sex of a child. It is given in page number 272, determination of sex of the child, and you have to draw the diagram also. Next question is, enlist the events that regularly occur in the female reproductive system after the onset of puberty until menopause. Okay? The events that occur is in female reproductive system, out of the 2 ovaries, one mature ovum is released, okay, and it comes to the oviduct. In the oviduct, this ovum is fertilized by the sperm and zygote is developed. Now, this zygote divides to form a cluster of cell called embryo. Now, the uterus is muscular and elastic. It prepares itself to receive the embryo. Now, embryo develops into fetus in the uterus. Okay, the changes take place in the reproductive system after the onset of puberty. And if the ovum is not fertilized by the sperm, then the ovum disintegrates and the blood vessels of the uterus shed off, and that is called menstruation. Okay, children? Children, you should know that at the age of or above the age of 50, the woman stops to reproduce because the menstruation cycle stops. So you have to explain all these things. It is given in page number 271, last paragraph. Given in page number 271, last paragraph, you have to write in brief. Next question is E4. Enlist the events that I have discussed. E5. Highlight the importance of exercise and good personal hygiene during adolescence. Okay, you know, children, exercise is very important for proper growth, and it also keeps the individual fit. It also increases blood circulation in the body. Exercise helps in the removal of toxins from the body, and it also increases the efficiency of the lungs. Okay, and exercise helps in proper digestion of food. It helps to combat the stress and strain. So all these are the advantages of the physical exercise. Once again I am repeating, exercise is very helpful because it keeps the individual fit. It helps in proper digestion of food. It helps in removing waste material from the body, and it increases the efficiency of the lungs. So respiration takes place properly, and it also helps in combating the stress and strain of the adolescent. This is all about the advantage of physical exercise. Now, what is the importance of good personal hygiene? Good personal hygiene helps to maintain healthy reproductive health. In the girls during menstruation cycle, proper hygiene should be maintained. Personal hygiene includes taking bath regularly, maintaining oral hygiene, and it also includes using personal towel, personal comb, personal soap, etc. If personal hygiene is maintained by the adolescent, then there is less chance of falling sick, because some diseases are caused due to poor personal hygiene. Like children may suffer from ringworm due to poor personal hygiene. So these are the many infectious diseases may be caused due to poor personal hygiene. It is given in page number